insult meant to destroy turned into an empire. A woman once abandoned now dares to love again. Kody Brown's kingdom is falling apart, and out of its ashes, Janelle rises as a sister witch, while Meri steps into the unknown world of speed dating. But what if these two rebirths are more connected than anyone realized? Stay with us, because by the end, the twist will change everything you thought you knew about sister wives.
I don't like this at all. I hate it. Oh, that's like my thing. Like when people
Part 1.
like
For over a decade, America watched the Brown family redefine plural marriage on reality TV. Kody Brown, the charismatic yet controversial patriarch, guided 4 wives, Meri, Janelle, Christine, and Robyn, through love, conflict, and betrayal. But behind the smiles, cracks were forming, financial struggles, emotional breakdowns, betrayals that played out in front of millions. And in the middle of it all, Janelle, the quiet strength, the silent strategist, the woman fans underestimated. And when the empire began to crumble, Janelle was ready to do something no one expected. In one heated exchange, frustration boiled over. Kody dismissed his ex-wives as nothing more than sister witches. To him, it was venom, but to millions of women watching, it sounded like power. Women across America recognized themselves in that insult, the overlooked, the underestimated, the discarded. And Janelle? She saw opportunity. What if an insult could become a brand? In early 2025, Janelle Brown announced her new venture, the Sister Witches Collection, a line of t-shirts, mugs, and lifestyle gear, proudly reclaiming the words Kody once spat in anger. Within days, sales exploded. Fans rushed to wear the insult as a badge of honor. What Kody meant as ridicule became Janelle's million-dollar weapon. Fan#1. When I wear my Sister Witches shirt, it's not about Kody. It's about women standing strong. Fan#2. Janelle turned pain into profit, and I'm here for it. But not everyone was celebrating. While many cheered, others lashed out. Some accused Janelle of mocking religion. Others said she was exploiting pain for profit. The debate was fierce. And Kody himself? He was furious. Kody argued Janelle was cashing in on his words, but fans pointed out the truth. For years, Kody cashed in on their lives. Now, finally, the tables had turned. And then came the twist, one that no one saw coming. In an unexpected move, Janelle revealed that a portion of all Sister Witches' profits would go to women's shelters and domestic abuse organizations. What began as business became activism. This wasn't just revenge, it was redemption. Janelle wasn't just reclaiming power, she was giving it back to women everywhere. And suddenly, the insult became a movement. The Sister Witches' legacy is no longer Kody's. It belongs to Janelle, and to every woman who refuses to be silenced. Out of insult came empowerment. Out of betrayal came business. And out of bitterness came a movement. So, who really had the last word? Kody? Or the witches who rose from his words? If you've been inspired by Janelle's journey, join the conversation in the comments below. Are you a proud sister witch? Let us know. And remember, this is just the beginning. Part 2. For years, Meri Brown stood by Kody's side. The loyal first wife, the believer in a shared dream of plural marriage. But as the years unfolded, cracks deepened. Kody's heart shifted to other wives. Meri's voice faded into the background. Her pain became invisible. And then, the breaking point. After years of estrangement, Kody and Meri split. T headlines screamed. The fans rallied. And Meri? She decided her story wasn't ending. It was only beginning. And her first step into freedom, something no one imagined, speed dating. For the first time in decades, Meri sat across from strangers, men who didn't know her as Kody's wife, but as Meri, the woman. She laughed, she stumbled, she dared to dream of connection. Fan#1. Seeing Meri out there is everything. She deserves happiness. Fan#2. I cried watching her. After all that pain, she's glowing. The once reserved, cautious Meri was suddenly taking bold chances, but the world was watching, and not everyone approved. Because with every new beginning comes new judgment. While some celebrated Meri's rebirth, others mocked her. Online trolls painted her as delusional. Even former supporters questioned if she was chasing a fantasy. Could Meri handle the pressure of being judged again? Was speed dating her chance at joy, or another trap of public humiliation? The tension built, and then came a revelation no one expected. In one powerful moment, Meri revealed the truth. Not to a date, not to Kody, but to herself. She didn't need validation from men. She wasn't there to find love. She was there to prove love still existed for her. And in that instant, Meri's speed dating journey transformed from awkward reality TV to a symbol of something much bigger: self-worth, courage, a woman rewriting her narrative. But the world's reaction? Explosive. Here's the twist. Meri never intended speed dating to be her permanent path. Behind the scenes, she partnered with a women's empowerment retreat, turning her dating storyline into a platform for female independence. What fans thought was desperation was actually inspiration. Meri flipped the script, from heartbreak to healing, from trolling to teaching. Fan#1. She tricked us in the best way. This wasn't about men, it was about us. Fan#2. Meri is finally free, and I'm so proud. But as always, not everyone was ready to cheer. From the ashes of a broken marriage, Meri Brown rose. She faced the speed dating table, not for Kody, not for fans, not even for romance, but for herself. And in doing so, she redefined what it means to start again. So maybe the real love story isn't about finding the perfect man, but about finding yourself. And Meri Brown? She's finally writing her own ending. If Meri's journey inspired you, share this story with the women who matter in your life, and tell us in the comments, would you be brave enough to try speed dating after heartbreak? Join the conversation. This is just the beginning. Let's deep dive in full details. Part 3. For years, America watched the Browns live out polygamy, but behind the scenes, jealousy, betrayal, and financial strain eroded the family dream. Janelle felt discarded. Meri endured decades of isolation, and then came the words that set everything ablaze. To some, it was just anger. To Janelle, it was the spark of reinvention. But what Janelle chose to do with those words, nobody could have predicted. Janelle Brown launched the Sister Witches collection, a lifestyle brand reclaiming Kody's insult. T-shirts, mugs, merch that turned ridicule into empowerment. Fan#1 Reddit post read aloud. I wear my Sister Witches shirt like armor. Janelle gave us power back. Fan#2 YouTube comment. Kody tried to break them, but Janelle built an empire from it. Within weeks, the line went viral. But with success came backlash. Some accused her of mocking faith. Others said she was monetizing pain. The debate ignited Facebook threads, YouTube reactions, and national headlines. And in the shadows, another ex-wife was preparing for her own rebirth. Meri Brown, newly single after decades in a loveless marriage, stepped into a world she hadn't touched in 30 years. Dating. On national TV, no less. Speed dating wasn't just awkward, it was terrifying. But Meri wasn't searching for validation. She was searching for freedom. Fan comment, Facebook. She looks so nervous, but I'm crying. Meri deserves happiness. Fan comment, Reddit. Speed dating? I can't watch. It feels like high school heartbreak all over again. Every laugh, every pause, every uncertain glance became a symbol. Could Meri, once erased in Kody's world, rebuild herself in front of millions? The answer would shake the Sister Wives fandom. As Janelle built a brand and Meri tested the waters of love, fans saw a pattern. These weren't women abandoned. They were women rising. Together, their stories reshaped what Sister Wives was truly about. Not polygamy, not Kody, but female resilience. Christine left for self-respect. Janelle built a business. Meri risked humiliation to reclaim joy. And suddenly, Kody was no longer the center of their stories. But this wasn't the end of the drama, because Kody wasn't staying silent. Kody lashed out, accusing Janelle of exploiting his words and mocking Meri's dating life as sad. But then came the twist. Janelle announced that a portion of Sister Witches' profits would go to women's shelters. And Meri? She revealed speed dating wasn't about finding a partner. It was about building confidence for her new women's empowerment retreats. What fans thought was desperation was actually transformation. These weren't storylines for TLC. They were blueprints for survival. And suddenly, Kody's insult had created a movement. From the ashes of heartbreak rose something extraordinary. Janelle transformed an insult into an anthem. Meri turned rejection into self-love. Together, they rewrote the meaning of Sister Wives. Kody once held all the power, but today, the power belongs to the women who walked away. So maybe the end of Sister Wives wasn't about divorce, but about rebirth. And perhaps the real sisterhood began the moment they stopped being wives. For more than a decade, America watched the Browns try to live a dream of unity. But under the surface, fractures grew. Christine walked away for freedom. Janelle stood her ground for respect. And Meri? She faded into silence, her smile hiding years of loneliness. Kody Brown once held the power of 4 marriages. But in the end, his empire crumbled, wife by wife. And in his bitterness, he lashed out, calling the women he once loved sister witches. The world didn't stay silent. On Reddit, fans declared, "They're not witches. They're warriors. On Facebook, I'm buying the t-shirt, Team Janelle forever. On TikTok, the phrase went viral. #sister witches became a badge of honor. But as Janelle turned insult into power, Meri faced a different battle. After years of rejection, she dared to sit across from strangers, not as Kody's wife, but as Meri, a woman starting over. 2 women, 2 journeys. One building an empire from bitterness, one risking humiliation to find herself again. But together, their stories collide in ways no one expected. And the twist will change sister wives forever. If this story moved you, hit subscribe, share this video with the women in your life, and comment below, are you a sister witch or Team Meri's fresh start? Join the conversation and don't miss our next deep dive into Kody Brown's untold journey.